A critical milestone has been reached in the Dragon Kart program, formerly known as Rapid Dragon. After years of testing and development, the groundbreaking concept developed by the Air Force Research Laboratory is moving closer to operational deployment. The system has now officially been designated a program of record, marking its transition from an experimental prototype to a permanently funded and formally integrated component of the U.S. Air Force's long-term modernization strategy. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Dragon Kart program is set to provide game-changing capability to U.S. military. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Dragon Kart traces its origins to the Air Force Research Laboratory's AFRL Rapid Dragon Initiative, an experimental effort designed to demonstrate that transport aircraft such as the C-130, Hercules, and C-17 Globemaster III could safely deploy palletized payloads directly from their cargo bays. Building on the lessons learned during the experimental campaign, Dragon Kart is intended to transition the concept into an operational capability, with fielding targeted for 2027. Rapid Dragon, originally known as the Palletized Munitions Program, was an accelerated research and experimentation initiative led by the Air Force Strategic Development Planning and Experimentation Office, SDPE, a division within AFRL. Palletized munitions are often described in simplified terms as missiles in a box. The concept was developed to evaluate the operational effectiveness of launching large volumes of long-range strike weapons from military transport aircraft, including the C-130 Hercules and C-17 Globemaster III. The program effectively transforms airlifters into force multipliers by enabling cargo aircraft to perform standoff strike missions in addition to their traditional transport role. This approach leverages the substantial payload capacity of dedicated transport platforms. For instance, a C-130 can carry payloads of up to 42,000 pounds, approximately 19,000 kilograms, providing significant capacity for palletized weapons deployment. The palletized system enables cruise missiles to be loaded onto aircraft such as the Hercules without requiring extensive structural modifications. This capability significantly expands the number of long-range weapons the U.S. Air Force can deploy across a theater of operations. Long-range standoff strike weapons are particularly critical in potential conflicts involving near-peer adversaries such as China and Russia, both of which field sophisticated integrated air defense systems. Military airlifters are already equipped with rear cargo ramps that can be opened in flight for aerial delivery operations. Dragon Kart program builds upon this existing capability by transforming transport aircraft into standoff strike platforms. During deployment, the palletized munitions are released from the aircraft and stabilized by parachutes before the system sequentially ejects the missiles in rapid succession. The weapons then descend vertically, deploy their wings, ignite their engines, and proceed toward their designated targets. Aerodynamic requirements for launch are reasonably modest. The Hercules and Globemaster III reportedly only need to fly at altitudes of approximately 10,000 feet and speeds of around 200 miles per hour, 320 kilometers per hour, to deploy Dragon Kart pallets successfully. Although the concept appears straightforward at first glance, the process involves significant technical complexity. Successful execution requires multiple highly coordinated steps, including high-altitude pallet deployment, controlled release of multiple weapons from the modular launch system, and precise aerodynamic separation to ensure safe and reliable missile operation. The system also incorporates network-enabled targeting capabilities. Personnel on the ground can transmit targeting data through satellite communications links to the Dragon Kart system, while the aircraft-agnostic battle management system aboard the aircraft uploads the data directly to the missiles prior to launch. A wide range of standoff weapons are compatible with the Dragon Cart system. These include the AGM-158 Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile, Extended Range, JASSMER, the Next Generation JASSMX, the Joint Direct Attack Munition Extended Range, JDAM-ER, and the AGM-158C Long Range Anti-Ship Missile, LRASM. Such weapons allow launch aircraft to engage targets from well outside the strike envelope of enemy air defense systems. Payload capacity is one of the concept's most significant advantages. A single Hercules can reportedly carry 2 Dragon Cart pallets, each loaded with 6 missiles, enabling the aircraft to deploy a total of 12 missiles in a single sortie. The larger Globemaster III offers even greater capacity, with the ability to carry 5 Dragon Cart pallets containing 9 missiles each, for a total of 45 missiles. Additional low-cost precision strike weapons are also being considered for integration into the system. These include Lockheed Martin's Common Multi-Mission Truck, CMMT, and Anduril's Barracuda 500M. Both systems are reportedly capable of carrying warheads weighing more than 100 pounds, 45 kilograms, striking targets at ranges exceeding 575 miles or 925 kilometers, and doing so at a significantly lower cost, estimated at less than $250,000 per unit. Both weapons have already undergone vertical launch testing using surrogate systems designed to replicate Dragon Cart deployment conditions. The U.S. Air Force operates roughly 270 Hercules aircraft and approximately 220 operational Globemaster III airlifters. Even if only a relatively small percentage of these fleets were equipped with Dragon Cart palletized munition systems during a major conflict, the resulting strike capacity would be substantial. For instance, deploying just a limited number of these could enable the launch of more than 300 long-range missiles in a single wave. This would dramatically expand the scale of standoff strike operations without relying exclusively on traditional bomber fleets such as the B-1B Lancer, B-2 Spirit, or B-52 Stratofortress. The concept is particularly significant in a potential high-intensity conflict against near-peer adversaries such as China or Russia, where survivability, distributed operations, and massed fires are expected to play a decisive role. By converting cargo aircraft into missile carriers, the Air Force gains the ability to rapidly generate large volumes of precision-guided munitions from platforms that are already widely deployed across global theaters. A mixed loadout combining high-end standoff weapons such as the JASSM-ER with lower-cost mass attack systems like Anduril's Barracuda 500M could prove especially effective. Advanced stealthy cruise missiles could be used to destroy heavily defended, high-value targets such as integrated air defense nodes, command and control centers, radar installations, and naval assets. Simultaneously, large numbers of lower-cost weapons could saturate enemy defenses, exhaust interceptor inventories, and overwhelm tracking and engagement systems through sheer volume. This combination would provide the Air Force with a scalable strike architecture capable of balancing cost, survivability, and operational mass. Rather than expending only expensive premium munitions, commanders could employ layered attack packages in which affordable, attritable weapons complement sophisticated standoff missiles. Dragon Cart also complicates enemy targeting and strategic planning. Transport aircraft are far more numerous than dedicated bombers and routinely operate across a wide network of airbases. As a result, adversaries would face greater uncertainty regarding which aircraft are configured for strike missions and where launches might originate. In practice, the system transforms mobility aircraft from purely logistical assets into distributed missile platforms capable of contributing directly to long-range precision strike campaigns.